thanks for joining me here today. My name is Alexandra and welcome to my channel. I know that some of my subscribers might be waiting for the second part of the window box tutorial. It's on the way, but since I'm working right now simultaneously on a couple of projects, I try to dedicate my time to all of them, but there are certain delays which were also caused by a very nasty weather here in Texas. We have had rolling blackouts for quite a lot of days, and now the weather is getting back to normal, so everyone is getting back to normal life as well. So I am back now working on those projects that I have on my to-do list, and the window box, of course, is one of them. Please be patient with me, and the second part of the tutorial will be there soon. In the meanwhile, I wanted to share with you a few things here that I have done for my journal that is in this box. And I know that we're creating the box with another paper collection, the Graphic 45 Woodland Friends, but I have also made another version of the box, and it has not a mini album but the notebook inside, so I will show that to you soon as well. To cut a long story short, today I'm here to do a share of some dies that I received from the In Love Arts store. I was contacted by them and was asked to create a couple of projects with their products. I'm going to share the dies that they sent to me, as well as the projects that I created using those dies. And below the video you will find the discount code to the In Love Arts store, as well as the links to the specific dies that I have used here in case you're interested in getting some of them. So you will be able to get the dies that I used with a 20% discount, as well as to get the 20% discount on other items that you might be interested in using that same code. So let me begin with the dies right here. This set is called the Arabesque circle frame, and it consists of two dies actually. This set, if you want to know the size, let me tell you, it's well, roughly above a bit above 5 inches, and the middle section is 4 inches wide. I used this die on this envelope that I have created. This envelope has a translucent window, and the window has a frame that I created using that Arabesque circle frame die. I stitched around the window just to make sure that the acetate that I have sandwiched between the paper layers is not going anywhere. And you can see that that's a very delicate and intricate die that we have here. As a matter of fact, let me show you. Super strange. I was sure that I have cut the paper using this die, but I can't find it. But I have everything for the rest of the dies, so you will just have to forgive me. I don't have this one ready right now, but you can see how it cuts. Here we go. And I have also used the middle part, which actually looks like a simple doily. So once you cut the frame, you will have the shape that looks like this, with little dots and like holes, with little holes all around. So I used this one to create the tag or a card, or how do you want to call this? And then this frame from the inner circle is used on this card as well. I have also used a piece from the elegant Peacock Decor die, and that's the cut out shape. And here is the die. The die measures about 4 inches wide and about 4 inches tall. So that's the one. I have also, if we are already talking about that peacock, I have used the gorgeous peacock tail on the tag here. And I've also added some charms to the side of the tag. That's how it looks in the back. I really like this die, and I can see that I will use it more and more in my other projects as well. So we have talked about this die, the Arabesque circle frame. So let me put these projects aside and we will keep going. The next one that I would like to talk about is the set of stitched oval lace frames. This one here, it includes 5 dies, and this is how the die cut pieces look like. I really like the smallest one. But today I've used the stitched oval lace frames for creating the frames on this set of pages that will go eventually in one of the journals that I'm working on. And these are pocket pages, so each one of the pockets holds a little journaling card. And for creating the frame, I first used one of the dies to cut out the oval shape. Then I backed it with the sheet of tracing paper. And then once I had the tracing paper as the backup, I used the green cardstock to die cut this green frame that I have here. I inlaid this frame on top of the tracing paper. There is a little piece of that little oval frame, the smallest one from the set, and I just used some of my stamps and leaves and floral die cuts that I had in my stash to complete this page. And then the second page is just the same with the top loading pocket. So there is another journaling card in there, and the layout is completely the same. Same technique. You die cut the oval shape first, then back your page with some tracing paper, and then inlay another die cut shape on top of the tracing paper in that border that you created on the first place. So I really like how this set of pages turned out, and creating the frames with this die was pretty easy. So let's move on. I have another ATC card that I made using that same oval lace die, and I just added a little label here and there and used the butterfly, backed the wings of the butterfly with the muslin fabric, and added this pen nib charm. That's the back. Okay, so let's move on now. The next die that I wanted to show you is the lovely hollow lace flower decor. This is how it's called, and let me show it to you right here. That's just a cute doily. It is also of a really nice size, 4 by 4 inches, and it also consists of 2 parts, the lacy part and the little circle that you can use to either have your doily like that, or to cut a circle shape in it and then maybe use it for creating shakers. So that's what I did here. Added some fabric, stitched all around to make sure that it stays in place, and used some vintage botanical pieces. That's how the back looks like. Have a little wing charm in here as well. So yeah, I think it looks very pretty. The next die that I want to show you are these, they're called lace floral pattern tags, and they look like this. The set includes 3 dies, and this is how the die cut shapes look like. Really nice. So when I saw these dies, right away I thought about bookmarks. So that's what I did. I created 2 bookmarks. I used a few layers of the die cut paper pieces, and then added some butterflies, added some charms at the bottom, and then I also added some twine on top, just to make sure that once it's inside the journal, it can be seen from both the bottom and the top of the journal, and you can easily open the journal at the page that you need. So I basically sandwiched the thread here in between the layers of the paper, and I really like how these turned out. Then the next one that I will mention is the, let me see, yeah, it will be the die here. The set includes 2 pieces, and they are called Floral Key Decor dies. They're identical, it's just 2 of them in the set, which is kind of nice because in one roll you can get 2 paper cutouts, and this is how they look like. The inner circle measures 1¼ inch, so it's very easy to use together with your 1¼ inch punch to create the openings. I have here a tag with 2 windows, and I used some stickers here. The flowers are stickers that I glued down to the acetate. And as you can see, I just cut off the branches, as I mentioned before, on this tag. On 2 of these tags, I didn't cut the branches. If you're into junk journaling and you create specimen cards, this die is really nice for adding a little, for adding an extra charm to your specimen cards. I really like 2 of these tags. And then the last die that I got from the In Love Arts is the set of these stitched stackable triangle frames. As a matter of fact, when I ordered these, I was sure that the inner area will not be cut. So the cut out paper piece looks like that. I have here three smaller pieces from the set, but the bigger ones, of course, look the same. So that's what you'll have once you die cut your paper using this die. And where I used it, we'll have to open the box and get the notebook out. So that's the notebook. By the way, it has notebook or journal, however you want to call it. It has two signatures, pretty thin guy. It's 1 inch wide. The spine is 1 inch wide, and I have used the triangle frames here on my first page, and I kind of did the same thing that I did with the tracing paper here to back up the windows and the frames. So that's the same principle. And the triangle frames are just layered on top. It was very easy to cut out the openings themselves in paper prior to gluing the die cut frames on top. It's a triangle shape, so I just used the craft knife and a ruler and the dies themselves as my templates to see where exactly the cutout shape needed to be. And then I glued the tracing paper on top. Also, the tracing paper should be of a triangular shape, and then you just cover it with a triangular frame. So I think the result is quite pretty. And if we are already looking at the journal, let me make a quick flip through of the rest of the journal here. So I have a little collage here on the second page, and there is a mix of different papers in here, as well as book pages. And this paper clip, by the way, I made following a tutorial by Paper Crafter 45 here on YouTube. There was also a free printable included in the video, so I will just post the link to that video in the description box down below. And yeah, I used some stamps. Oh, I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. Yeah, used some of the nature themed stamps. This is another book page. Used some masking paper and more of different book pages, tags and cutouts from different paper collections, digital paper collections from different crafters on Etsy, different stores on Etsy, and some of them are even my own, because I have always loved Photoshop, so I'm learning actually how to make my own digis. These ones are from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals on Etsy. There's another book page with beautiful, just beautiful florals, and there is some floral sticker that I have created, some more stamping, faux tea cards, another page from a book. Here's some more stamping and a cutout of this beautiful bird from a vintage book on nature. Some more papers. I tea stain all of my papers that I use in the journals. So this tag, for example, is something that I made on my own, digital collaging, and then I added just a piece of washi and digital a label from a digital kit by Pink Monarch Prints. I will post the link to that store as well. And this is once again from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals. This is another spread between the signatures and some more ephemera added in here. Love how this one turned out. So more pages, more collaging here and there, stamping, more book pages and masking paper, and more of those gorgeous book pages with the florals. This one here is a pocket with a few cards inside, a card and a tag, and the pocket is made with tracing paper. You can use vellum as well. And there's this glassine envelope with a little card in it. Goes into the pocket, and this over the page pocket is being held with the help of this paper clip. Okay, so more papers, an alteration tag with a beautiful flower in there. So we're almost done. Another faux tea card, more space for journaling, and more stamping and beautiful florals. Here is another pocket with a digital printout, an envelope, and here on the last page I have a pocket for a long tag, and this pocket holds a little journaling card. Okay, so that's, I think, it for, oh, actually let me show you this folder as well. So it opens like this. Here is a pocket, glassine pocket with a long tag in it. Flips out like that. There is an acetate window that holds just a small card that you can journal on the back. And then we have a collage here on this flap, the faux tea card in that window, and there are pockets here for holding additional ephemera that might not go into the journal. And there is also a pocket on this side of the folder, and it's an expandable pocket that can hold a few pieces of ephemera as well, like those tags probably, or a card or something else. And there is another faux tea card that goes into the little coin holder, and another tag that goes into this pocket, and one more tag that goes into the pocket on the envelope right here. So that's now I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you feel inspired and will get some ideas for your projects from this video of mine. As usual, if you create anything following my tutorials, I will be really happy to have a look at that and give you some likes. If you tag me on Instagram, use the tag ClayGoanna, and yeah, don't forget about the discount code for the In Love Arts store and the dies that I have either showed you today or you were able to find on their internet site on your own. So, yeah, that's all from me for today. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answers. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.